Hey, Terry, I see your hands raised.
No, I didn't have my hand raised, but I was going to ask you a question about owner operators on semis. I have a guy that's interested in buying a used semi tractor, and he has been shopping around,
Hmm.
and the problem is credit's not very good.
Got
I
it.
was wondering, I
I
was
mean, how
wondering.
much? I would need to know more information, Terry. How
Sure,
much
sure.
is the tractor? How much is he grossing a month? Um, that kind of thing.
Well, he's working for another company right now, but he wants to go independent because he has in line.
So can I stop
Uh,
you?
yes.
Let me stop you, Terry. So if he's an independent and he's working for another company right now, these are business loans. He can't apply for personal financing. He has to apply for business financing. So if he wants to get a loan, it would have to be against the business. So if he had his own business, he was grossing $100,000 a month. He wants to borrow $80,000 to put down on a new tractor. We can help him. If he's an individual, he's just looking to get a loan so he can buy a tractor and start up his own business, we can't help him. It's a dead deal.
Okay. Well, he's putting together an LLC. I don't know if that would help.
It's still a startup. It's still a
I
startup.
see.
Avoid startups. Avoid startups.
Oh,
Absolutely. So that's a good question, Terry. And that's you can get a lot of us can get hung up in those areas. Lenders, think of it this way: if you're the lender, right? Do you want to give your money to somebody who doesn't even have an active business generating revenue? How are they supposed to pay back a loan if they're not even generating revenue in the first place? Right? Because if let's say I gave the guy $100,000 and he's not even active and in business yet, he's literally going to be paying back our money with our money, right? It doesn't make sense. And so, of course, the lender's not gonna give him money. So it's something to think about there. Really, lenders want to see time in business. Usually, it was 6 months to a year, but given the pandemic, it's more like 2 years right now.
he says, he has agreements to take from, he's in Utah to Colorado,
Hmm.
and he has an agreement to return. He takes something, a product out, I can't remember. He brings rock back or something like that. So he has those in line, and they're familiar with the guy. So I didn't know if that made any difference.
So though he may have some relationships, how he has those relationships we don't know. But if he doesn't even have the LLC set up, if it's not an actual existing entity with a business bank account that's associated with it, there's just nothing we can do.
Okay. But once he has those in order, would it be viable?
It would if he had at least a year's time in business,
Oh, I
maybe
see.
more
Okay.
depending on the lender. We also need to see steady income for 3 to 6 months on his bank statements showing that he's got revenue, so keeping him like if you wanted 100 grand, are you grossing 100 grand a month? No, I'm grossing 20 grand a month. Okay, we can't help you. That kind of thing,
I see.